Excuse me. All right, this is the first video of this semester. I'm Professor Lannis. Just want to introduce myself, put a face to the a voice that you'll be hearing over this semester's recordings. I'm going to do a little bit of a syllabus review, kind of expectations for the course, what this summer class is going to look like. Um, so let's just jump into that. That's not what I wanted. There we go. So hopefully you should be seeing this. So I've got a Word document of the syllabus, which we'll pull up in a second here. But I just wanted to kind of run through a quick summary on the slides first. So what you'll need for this class, really a couple different things. So you don't need the book. We do have a book. It's Donnelly's book, Business Statistics. It's the third edition. If you really want a copy of the book to kind of have like as an additional material, I would suggest finding an old version. They're pretty much the same and they're a lot cheaper. From the lectures, however, I'll kind of condense what's in the book. And the only thing I'll expect you to know how to do, or kind of the only content that I'll be kind of testing you over, is what's in the presented in the lectures, right? So the recorded lectures I'm going to be putting up on a YouTube playlist for the class. Its link is right here. You can also search Professor Lannis on YouTube on the first account that comes up, then find the E370 Summer 2024 playlist, and you should have every single video that you would need for this semester. I have them all kind of ready to go up through the last chapter. I might have the last chapter posted by the time you're watching this on Monday, but I still have to kind of edit some of the videos that I recorded for the final chapter. Now, it won't make that much of a difference because what you'll end up seeing is you can't work through this entire class in the first week anyways. I also might do some additional videos throughout the semester if I'm realizing there's some things that people are having a hard time with, or maybe like a quick little review of some things before closer to an exam. I'll post those on that playlist as well. I'll post on Canvas when I do that and make it known that those additional videos are up there as well. Okay. So how are you going to be graded, right? What do you care about the most in this class is how you get the grade that you want, right? So 65% is coming from exams, so pretty exam heavy class. What I'm going to do is your two lowest exams will be scaled up to be 20, or sorry, will both be 20% of your overall grade. Now, when you take them on Canvas, it'll look like they're out of 100 points. What I'll then end up doing is scaling them up to 200 and kind of thinking about there's 1,000 total points available in the class. Your best exam, however, will count for 25%, right? Or get scaled up to 250 points. And that way, kind of prevents you. I'm making sure I get a real accurate representation of your knowledge. Maybe one of the exams you didn't do as well on. So that one won't count quite as much. And then the one that you do the best on counts a little bit more. So that'll kind of help you out. Two different types of homework. So we've got Canvas homeworks. There'll be 6 of these. They're due by the end of the day on Friday, each one of their due dates. And you'll see once I pull up in the Word document, and also we'll take a look at Canvas, when those exact due dates are. They're graded for correctness. So you basically have about one every single week that's due. Okay. And I said they're due on Fridays. They are due on Fridays unless it's a week we have an exam. The exams will be on Fridays. I'll talk about that in a second. So they'll be due on Thursdays. Right? So they're graded for correctness, equally weighted. Now, once you can do these homeworks up to 3 times. So they are going to have set due dates, but you can do them in advance, well in advance of the due dates. The only thing is you won't see the correct answers until once that due date has passed. You also get 3 attempts at each one of these. However, you can't make any attempts after the due date. So I've got this course structured so that you can treat it just like a normal course and kind of work along like what a daily meeting schedule would look like. But I realize it's a summer asynchronous course. People might want to move a little bit slower, faster at times. And so, but you can't get like real far behind, right? Because once due dates have passed, you can't submit those homeworks anymore. But you do get 3 attempts on each homework. So that should kind of help you get the correct answer. Now, they're not going to be like all multiple choice. A lot of times, even the numerical values will change from attempt to attempt. But you will have 3 attempts, and I will count your best one. Excel problem sets, graded for correctness, equally weighted, due by the end of the day on their due date as well. Now, these I will always have an accompanying video for. So anytime I do something, throughout the recorded lectures, I'll bounce maybe back and forth between slides, drawing things out for you on my dot cam, and also Excel. However, the real in-depth, detailed stuff, or the first time I introduce something in Excel, I'm recording that in standalone videos. I think even chapter 2 has chapter 2 video and then a chapter 2 Excel video. Right? So I'm kind of parsing that out so it's really easy for you to find where I'm working through those Excel examples once you go and try to attempt these homeworks. Well, for these, you only get one attempt, one submission, right? You'll upload both your Excel document, right? So a lot of this, you'll be working with some data sets in Excel. And then if you want to summarize some of your answers or you kind of have them in Word, you can submit that as well, right? So a lot of people will just end up doing all of their work in Excel and just uploading an Excel file, but you can upload a Word file if it's easier for you to kind of, every kind of person that likes to have like all the answers and like edit it a little bit better and look a little bit cleaner. So these Excel assignments, I know that they're tough. They're really important though. In fact, like that's the main thing of this course. It's different from like just a stats course is we're really trying to see how this is applied to actual data. And so these Excel assignments are going to be very important for learning how we put this stuff in practice. I know it's tough. A lot of you will probably hate these. Please don't be afraid to come in. I say come in. Email me and set up a time to meet for office hours. My typical office hours, which I think I have in a future slide, are Tuesday, Thursday from 10 to noon. But I really should be available 9 to 4 most days, Monday through Friday, if you want to schedule a time to Zoom meet with me. So how do you pass this class, right? The first is treat the recordings like it's an actual class. Pay attention, reduce the distractions, find an area, don't be watching in the coffee shop where you end up just watching people, people watch outside the window on accident. Treat it like it's a regular class. Take notes while you're watching the lectures. Actually, in fact, one thing could be as you take notes at what time stamp did he talk about this, or what time stamp did he switch to this material? So it's easier to even go back and review those videos when you're working through homeworks. If you do work at your own pace, like you work a little bit ahead, let's say you watch chapters 1 through 4 videos on Monday, I would still make sure you're reviewing the material at the end of the week. I think frequency in this class is going to be the most helpful in learning the material, so seeing it more often. So yeah, you can go through the same material on one day, but if you do, spread it across 5 days, I think it just keeps it fresh in your mind. And this class is going to move quick, 6 weeks, right? An exam every 2 weeks. So that biweekly review, that has to happen. You have to review every 2 weeks for the exam. So once again, schedule office hours, right? Do the homework. So you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take, just at least attempt it. I mean, a 0 can kill your grade. A 50% is not good, but it's not going to be near as it's, you can recover from it. So take a stab at things, even if you didn't save yourself enough time, you're getting close to the due date, make sure you at least make an attempt. And once again, help me help you. Office hours. My G will have office hours, which she emailed them to me, but I didn't get them added to this slide. But they will be in the Word document that you can find on Canvas of the syllabus. Here's some important dates. Also a time where I can talk about the exams. So the exams will be on Fridays. They will be open at 12:01 a.m. to the end of the day, 11:59 p.m. So you can work on them at any point on that Friday, the 28th of June, the 12th, and the 26th of July. Once you start, you'll have an hour and 20 minutes to complete it. It's generally, they'll generally be about 25 questions. Now, like I said, you can start at any point during the day, but in order to have the full hour and 20 minutes, you would have to start technically by 10:40, right, to have the full time. But those two exams will be an hour and 20 minutes. The final will be the same kind of thing, but I'll give you 2 hours to complete. So you have a little bit more time on that one. I've got add drop, the withdrawal date here, but I wanted to pull this up. So here's the actual Word document, which is the syllabus. It outlines things, has things written a little bit more, I guess, technical than my kind of summary slides, which is a quick summary. I've also got one thing I hadn't really mentioned is we're going to be using Excel a lot in this class. Like I said, I'm going to bounce back and forth between it during the recorded lectures. I also expect that, honestly, by the end of this semester, you should be using a calculator. You should be able to like use Excel to be your calculator. And you're doing, I can't, I'm not restricting you from ever having Excel pulled open. So you can use Excel in the homeworks. Use it as a tool. If you get good at it enough to answer the questions, that's the whole point of the class. I want you to be able to put this in practice. So if you don't have a laptop or PC with Microsoft Excel, find a way to do that. And it's not like just the numbers app on your phone. You need actual Microsoft Excel. Now, I believe everyone has access up for that, to that, sorry, through IU Anywhere. So if you haven't used IU Anywhere in a class before, I've got a link here. It should allow you, you can log with your, IU credentials. You should be able to use the Microsoft Excel through Citrix, so something you have to download, and through this IU Anywhere. If you have any issues getting Microsoft Excel, please reach out to me very early on, like day one, day two. Make sure you have some Microsoft Excel working on the device that you're going to be using throughout the semester. We're also going to use a data analysis add-in in Excel. I'll go over this a little bit more in some of the videos, like the first couple Excel videos. We really won't be using this until kind of the end of the semester. Um, Although I think I show you something that you can do early on. So this data analysis add-in, I got kind of a link here of how you can get that added onto your Microsoft Excel. If you have any issues with that, once again, reach out. Let me know that you can't get that added on. I'll post, like I said, in one of the Excel videos, we'll kind of go through how you would get that add-in. And then, but you shouldn't need it for like actually any of the homeworks until the very last one. So I'll really hammer it once we get to regressions. I'll even walk through it again then. Okay. I've got the class playlist here, some additional kind of information. I wrote everything in the syllabus also instead of just percentages. You can think of things in terms of points. So if there's 1,000 total points in this class, your exam, yes, it's 100 graded out of a 100-point scale, but it's 20% of your overall grade, that would be 200 of the 1,000 points. So you can kind of think about things in terms of points as well as the percentage that they carry. A little more information on, policy on makeups, academic integrity, etc. So read through the syllabus if you've got the time. I've summarized really the main important points. I will also show you at the very end. I've got like this course outline. So if you did want to kind of treat this like a daily meeting class, watch chapter 1 video on Monday, chapter 2 across these 2 days. Now, some of these I've got listed on multiple days, but there's only one video. A lot of them I tried to pull those 2 videos into part 1, part 2. Chapter 2 is a little bit shorter, so it's only one video. But I also have an Excel video for chapter 2, so maybe you could watch one of those, one day and one the other. Once again, you can work ahead. You could watch all of these videos on Monday and then work on the homework maybe the next day or review it on Friday, however you want to kind of approach this class. So you can work ahead, right? But you can't really work ahead in the exams. Those are only available on the day for the exam. So make sure you have Fridays available at some point during the day to sit down and take those exams because there will be no makeups. With the exception of like extenuating circumstances, documented extenuating circumstances. So here's kind of the dates down here. Now these no class dates obviously don't really apply to us. The universities has no classes, but because it's asynchronous, that I don't have anything due on those days, so we should be okay. We can also look at, oh, that's not the right one. So this is so here's, I guess I can show you. I've got, I think up through chapter 4 uploaded. So I've got all the videos. Let's go to my channel. So you can kind of see this playlist. I've got these different ones. We're 370 summer 2024. By the time Monday starts, I should have all those videos uploaded. I think it takes a little bit of time. Like I said, I've got them all edited and ready to go. They're just files on my desktop. And here's our kind of Canvas page. So if you go to the home page, I haven't published anything yet. So you guys, if you were to go on there today, I'm filming this Friday, so it's not there yet, but will be published. You'll kind of see this summary of all the things, different homeworks that we have, the different exams, and when the due dates are. I think probably the one that I put in the Word document is a little bit easier to look at and kind of follow, but that will be there on Canvas as well. This is where I'll post all the assignments are going to be here. I'm going to post any files that you would need. So I'll have all the lecture slides up there, all the PowerPoint slides, all the Excel work that we do in the videos. I'll post those files as well. So you can always open those up, work along with me. I'll post both a blank file and then the completed one. So you can kind of work along with me if you're watching the video. But other than that, that should kind of summarize things. Or jump from this video. If you're watching this day 1, I'd go right into chapter 1. It's kind of short, just kind of a quick introduction to statistics. And yeah, was looking forward to a good semester. Once again, I know we're asynchronous and online. Feel free to reach out, set up a time to meet via Zoom. Other than that, here's to a good semester.